In the dim glow of a candid studio, where vulnerability hangs in the air like a heavy fog, we step into the world of Iyanla Vanzant's Fix My Life, where broken hearts find their way to mending. This exclusive episode centers on Karrueche Tran, the aspiring model and actress thrust into the spotlight not just for her ambitions but for the storm of a high-profile romance that left her shattered. Fresh off her breakup with singer Chris Brown in March 2015, Karrueche sits across from Iyanla, her eyes a mix of resolve and lingering pain, ready to unpack the layers of a love that was as intoxicating as it was destructive. Iyanla, with her signature blend of tough love and spiritual insight, begins by asking Karrueche to define her story not as Chris Brown's ex, but as her own woman. Karrueche shares how their on-again, off-again relationship spanned 4 turbulent years, marked by passion, public scrutiny, and profound betrayal. She recounts the moment she learned about Chris's secret daughter, royalty. Not from him directly but through the relentless media frenzy, a revelation that shattered her trust like glass underfoot. "The man I loved hurt me and betrayed me," Karrueche confesses, her voice cracking as tears well up, revealing the raw ache of feeling sidelined in a love triangle that also involved Rihanna. Iyanla probes deeper, urging Karrueche to confront the patterns in her life, starting from childhood. Growing up in Los Angeles with a mother who was often absent due to work and a father who drifted in and out, Karrueche admits she craved stability, a void that echoed into her adult relationships. Iyanla labels her a daddyless daughter, explaining how that absence created a hunger for love from broken men who mirrored the inconsistency she knew as a child. The conversation turns to the love triangle, where Karrueche describes the emotional whiplash of seeing Chris oscillate between her and Rihanna, fueled by his music videos and public displays that painted her as the other woman. Yet, Karrueche insists she wasn't a side piece. She believed in their bond, even discussing marriage and a future together. Iyanla challenges her, "Why stay when the signs screamed run?" Karrueche reflects on the toxicity, admitting she ignored red flags like Chris's infidelity and emotional unavailability, all in the name of hope. The episode weaves in flashbacks to their happier time as candid photos of stolen kisses and shared laughs but contrasts them with the pain of public humiliation, like the infamous Instagram posts where Chris declared love for both women. As the session progresses, Iyanla introduces exercises to reclaim Karrueche's power, like writing letters to her younger self and visualizing boundaries. Karrueche opens up about her career aspirations, from modeling gigs to acting roles, emphasizing how the relationship overshadowed her identity. Friends like Christina Milian appear in clips, offering support and revealing how even they were in the dark about the full extent of the drama. The emotional peak comes when Karrueche sobs, releasing years of pent-up grief, as Iyanla affirms, "You are worthy of a love that doesn't break you." This episode isn't just a tell-all, it's a mirror for anyone who's clung to a flawed love, showing the path from victimhood to empowerment. By the end of this first act, viewers feel Karrueche's resilience budding, a woman stepping out of the shadows of celebrity chaos into her own light. The OWN network's production captures every nuance via the subtle shifts in body language, the weight of unspoken words, and making it a masterclass in emotional storytelling. As Karrueche wipes her tears, she vows to move forward, no longer defined by heartbreak but by her strength. This is the essence of Fix My Life, turning pain into purpose, one honest conversation at a time. Approximately 10,000 characters. As the episode delves deeper, the studio feels like a confessional, where Iyanla Vanzant peels back the layers of Karrueche Tran's psyche with the precision of a surgeon. Now, with tissues in hand and resolve in her voice, Karrueche confronts the ripple effects of her breakup, not just on her heart but on her public image. The media had vilified her as the villain in the Chris Brown-Rihanna saga, but here, she sets the record straight. She was a young woman in love, navigating a celebrity whirlwind she never asked for. Iyanla asks about the betrayal's sting, learning of royalty not in a private moment but via headline, as in Karrueche describes the devastation, feeling like her world crumbled overnight. "I thought we were building something real," she says, recounting how Chris promised fidelity yet continued entanglements with Rihanna, even as they planned a life together. Iyanla introduces the concept of emotional foreclosure, where past wounds foreclose on future happiness, linking Karrueche's absentee father to her tolerance for Chris's inconsistency. Flashbacks show childhood photos of a little girl seeking approval, juxtaposed with adult Karrueche enduring public shade on social media. The conversation shifts to self-worth. Iyanla challenges Karrueche to list her qualities beyond the relationship: her kindness, ambition, loyalty, and Karrueche struggles at first, revealing how deeply her identity was tied to Chris. "You've been fixing him instead of fixing you," Iyanla asserts, prompting Karrueche to admit she played therapist, mediator, and lover all at once. Clips from Chris's interviews surface, where he admits his faults, but Karrueche emphasizes she's done enabling him. The episode explores the love triangle's toxicity. Rihanna's shadow loomed large, with songs and sightings fueling speculation. Yet Karrueche claims she never hated her rival, only the pain it caused. Iyanla facilitates a role-play exercise, where Karrueche voices boundaries she wishes she had set earlier, like walking away at the first lie. Her manager, Jacob York, joins via phone, sharing how the interview was meant to showcase Karrueche's talents, not just her drama, and later criticisms arise about the episode's direction feeling manipulative. But in the moment, it's cathartic. Karrueche laughs through tears, recalling funny mishaps in their relationship that humanize the chaos. Iyanla ties it to broader themes, how societal pressure on women to fix men perpetuates cycles of abuse. Karrueche reflects on privacy's loss. Even her best friend Christina didn't know the full story, highlighting isolation and fame. As the segment builds, Iyanla leads a meditation on forgiveness, not for Chris, but for herself, helping Karrueche release guilt over staying too long. Viewers see her transformation, from defeated to determined, discussing future goals like acting in Claws and building her brand. The OWN production shines with intimate close-ups, capturing every flicker of emotion, making it feel like we're in the room. This part of the episode underscores healing's non-linearity, setbacks, breakthroughs, and the quiet power of speaking your truth. Karrueche emerges stronger, a testament to Iyanla's method of blending spirituality with psychology. By wrapping this section, the message is clear. Heartbreak isn't the end, it's the forge that shapes your steel. Approximately 10,000 characters. The heart of the episode pulses with raw honesty as Iyanla Vanzant guides Karrueche Tran through the labyrinth of forgiveness and forward momentum, turning the studio into a sanctuary of self-discovery. Now midway through, Karrueche's guard is down, and she drives into the aftermath of the breakup: social media backlash, tabloid frenzy, and the internal battle to reclaim her narrative. Iyanla asks, "What did loving him cost you?" And Karrueche lists it all: her peace, confidence, and sense of self. She describes the moment she deleted Instagram, overwhelmed by hate comments labeling her a home wrecker, despite being with Chris first in their latest chapter. Iyanla connects this to her daddyless-daughter dynamic, where paternal absence taught her to seek validation from unavailable men, a pattern Chris exemplified with his charming chaos. Therapeutic exercises intensify. Karrueche writes a letter to Chris, unread on air, pouring out betrayal's pain from secret hookups to public declarations that tore her apart. "I stayed because I believed in us," she says, but Iyanla counters that belief without boundaries is delusion. Clips intercut with expert commentary from psychologists on love addiction, explaining how Karrueche's empathy became her Achilles heel. The love triangle unravels further. Karrueche admits jealousy toward Rihanna but clarifies it stemmed from insecurity, not malice, and she sits focused on her own path. Iyanla bring in family dynamics. Karrueche's mother joins remotely, apologizing for past absences, leading to a tearful reconciliation that heals old wounds. This vulnerability extends to career talk. Karrueche shares dreams of producing and directing, tired of being reduced to a celebrity ex. Her manager's input highlights the episode's controversy, claiming OWN shifted the focus to fixing her life without consent, but Karrueche defends it as necessary growth. Laughter breaks tension as she recounts Chris's quirky habits, humanizing him without excusing him. Iyanla emphasizes, forgiveness frees you, not them, and Karrueche nods, vowing no contact to protect her energy. The episode weaves in viewer parallels to women messaging support, sharing similar stories to showing its universal appeal. OWN's cinematography enhances the intimacy, with soft lighting and lingering shots that invite empathy. As Karrueche visualizes her future self as successful, loved healthily, the shift is palpable. She's no longer the girl in the shadows but a woman owning her light. This segment captures Fix My Life's core, confronting pain head-on to emerge transformed. By its close, Karrueche's smile hints at hope, a beacon for anyone piecing themselves back together after love's wreckage. The journey isn't over, but the first steps toward wholeness are taken, inspiring viewers to examine their own hearts. Approximately 10,000 characters. As the episode nears its poignant close, Iyanla Vanzant traps Karrueche Tran in a cocoon of affirmation, transforming the studio from a place of reckoning to one of rebirth. With the weight of revelations lifted, Karrueche reflects on lessons learned, the importance of self-love over salvaging broken bonds. Iyanla recaps the arc from betrayal's shock to empowerment stolen, asking Karrueche how she'll navigate fame's pitfalls moving forward. No more fixing others, Karrueche declares, her voice steady, detailing plans to therapy, boundaries, and pursuits like fashion lines that celebrate her heritage. The conversation circles back to Chris and Rihanna. Karrueche wishes them well but firmly closes that chapter, emphasizing growth over grudge. Iyanla's final exercise, a mirror affirmation, where Karrueche declares, "I am not," elicits sobs of release, symbolizing goodbye to the girl who settled. Family ties strengthen as her mother's words echo, "You deserve better," mending generational gaps. Controversy lingers. Karrueche later regrets the exposure's intensity, feeling manipulated, yet acknowledges its role in her resilience. Clips show post-episode success, acting roles, endorsements, proving she's thrived. Iyanla ties it to spirituality. Pain is a teacher, heed its lessons. Viewers get takeaways to recognize red flags, prioritize self-worth, seek support. OWN's production culminates in uplifting music, fading on Karrueche's empowered gaze. This episode, aired March 28, 2015, remains a cultural touchstone, sparking discussions on toxic love and healing. Years later, in 2025 re-uploads on YouTube, it resonates anew amid ongoing celebrity dramas. Karrueche's story inspires, from heartbreak's depths to self-made heights. As credits roll, Iyanla's voiceover reminds, fixing your life starts with fixing your heart. This is Iyanla, Fix My Life at its finest, a blueprint for turning scars into stars.